welcome to the Humble Threads Podcast, episode 18. I'm one of your humble and highly favored hosts, David Graves.
What's up, everybody? And I'm Michael Hart. Now, if you enjoy this podcast, be sure to leave us a rating, a written review, if you could be so kind, on your podcast platform of choice. It really helps us out and helps the podcast reach new listeners, just like this listener review on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars. There needs to be an option for 10 stars, they said. Listening since the start, and I've been vibing with their podcast. We need more. You hear them, we hear them, we've heard you. You know, we've been getting some stuff out on YouTube. If you haven't gone to check that out just yet, you know, we have lots more things going on with all of these things. I know David and I have something going on once we get up to that 500 listener mark.
We will definitely be talking about that coming up. All right, Mike, let's get humble. What's going on in the mind of Mike?
Yeah, dude. It's been good as always. You know, life's been treating us pretty well. I don't know if anyone out there has been taking anything seriously from the TikTok side of things, but this past week was quote unquote the Lionsgate manifesting summer portal. If you're into that kind of thing, hey, you know, a bunch of us, we were like, you know what, whether it's real or not, we're gonna write some things down that we would love to see happen in our lives. Take them outside and, you know, set them ablaze. Do a little bit of a, you know, my wife calls it witchy activities, but, you know, just, you never know. I mean, if it's real, then fantastic. If it's not, then at least I didn't miss out. Yep. But you know, it's been super fun. This past Saturday, we all got together. Dave, myself, a bunch of our friends, Billy, Jamie, my wife. Went to this local beer garden. They had this like jam band kind of playing. They had lots of barbecue. It was really nice. It was probably the first like big public gathering that I've been to since the pandemic kind of hit. And although, you know, at first, when I first got there, I was like, whoa, there's a lot of people here. I still felt okay about it. Like at this point, you know, vaccinations are going up, you know, better numbers all over the place. I know there's this new variant coming in, but you know, it just felt good. And everyone, you know, it was a good time all around. You know, this week coming up, we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a small little party get together at my place this coming Saturday. I've got my best friend coming out from LA with his wife. And then also this Wednesday is my sister-in-law and friends Jamie's birthday. So we're kind of doing like a big birthday old friends hangout sesh on this coming Saturday. Yeah, so we've been like, you know, working the yard, making sure it looks good. I've kind of rebuilt where my fire pit is. To kind of make a central zone where we can all hang. And I've been doing a little bit of house improvements in the mix. I had to put a new floorboard down on my deck, and we've been repainting one of our guest rooms. But other than that, just living life. Oh, and today we were out, me and the wife, just kind of driving around on a Tuesday. We're both off this week. And we ended up over at Micro Center, which is could be expensive, dangerous place for a lot of us gamers and PC users. Oh yeah. And we were in there, and for the longest time now, I've been looking for like a dual monitor setup. I've been working off of a TV, like a flat screen TV from like probably circa 2010. The definition I could get on this thing was like 720. It was kind of dismal. And everyone was always like, Mike, you gotta get another screen. You gotta get another screen. And it's like, I know I do. It'd be so much easier if I had a spare screen. But we were out there, and my wife was just like, Mike, just do it. Just do it. Just pull the card out and just buy these monitors. It's a great deal, and you'll be so happy. So we did that, getting that all set up. So super excited for that. But you know, that's kind of me in a nutshell for what's been going on over the last 2 weeks. Yo, what's going on in the world of Graves, man?
Jesus Christ, guys. You guys have either seen it on social media or if you've talked to me, a lot of people have known for a while now. But your boy is going to be a dad. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah,
confetti cannons, champagne bottles popping.
Yeah, wild stuff. We announced it last week. Of course, I was out door dashing, and also congratulations to myself. This will be my last week door dashing because I got a job for the time being. It's not a design job, but right now you got to make ends meet, especially with a child coming. But you know, I'm very excited. Thank you, everybody who said congratulations. If I wasn't able to personally say it to you, there was at least like over 200 comments on me and Ashley's like Facebook combined. It was ridiculous. I could not keep up with it, but I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the love and support. It's going to be a journey and a half. You know, if you know me personally, my dad wasn't always there, so a lot of this stuff is going to be first time for me and first time for the child. So I'm looking forward to it because first things are always very exciting. The first time getting thrown up on, the first time cleaning up explosive diarrhea, or the first time your child enjoys a piece of food that you really enjoy, or something. It's gonna be a hell of a ride, guys. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. But stick with us here on the podcast. I'm telling you right now, there will be updates. It's gonna be hilarious. We'll see how it goes. But I really appreciate all you guys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And stick with us on this journey. We'll see what happens. But that's my big news, guys. A lot of people have been asking about it. Bang, Daddy Dave coming in hot. So we'll see how our listeners. We've been looking at our listener ages. We'll see how this changes. We'll see who's really coming in now. But I also did something where I streamed yesterday for the very first time in a long while. I reworked my overlay and everything. Me and Mike have had a lot of conversations about streaming and what it means to us. Personally, we feel like it brought us to this. It brought us to the podcast, and this is definitely a better medium for us because I think we get to record it, edit things. Everything else is on the fly. We love talking to you guys and we love gaming, but I think we'll be doing it here and there. When things drop, we got a lot of new games dropping, but everyone was really supportive and came in and said hello, and we'll definitely keep doing it. And then we got plans coming up. We're always talking about plans, guys, because things are ramping up. We're taking a lot of things seriously. Me and Mike have constant conversations, probably like once a week, about what we need to do. But, we're definitely going to be, once we get to the 500 listener mark, 500, guys, all-time listens, we're dropping a shirt. It's going to happen. You guys are going to be more than welcome to buy it. We'll post a link out, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you guys need to get it. But, more than welcome. We would love you guys to wear it, support us. We're going to wear it. I might wear it every podcast, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to change. But I'm really excited for it. It's going to have our logo on it. And then, as it gets better, we'll be dropping more stuff here and there. Some famous lines, famous quotes, things that we say on here, things that you guys enjoy. We'll definitely be bringing that in. But man, these next couple months are a little busy. Next week or this week, like Mike said, we got Jamie's birthday party / friend meetup, and then I got a bachelor party next Saturday for my brother-in-law, quote unquote. I just call him my brother-in-law. Shout out to Mark. And then we got the wedding, and then we got a cookout coming in September 11th. I'm trying to remember everything, and then I have Ashley's proposal being planned, and that's what needs to happen. I just don't want to scream that because she's sleeping next door, not like she's listening. But it's gonna be a crazy month. And then we got stuff that we're doing. Me and Mike, we got the I keep saying it, I keep reminding you guys, but October 8th, Too Many Games. We will be there. We would love to have you guys come up, say hello, take a picture. I don't know if you want to talk about comics, whatever you want. Yo-yos, we don't care. Come on up, come hang with us. But we got some busy stuff coming. Games coming out too. But life's getting crazy, guys. Life is getting even crazier.
I mean, Dave's gonna be a dad. I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's like, crazy. I mean, I remember. I mean, you told me obviously a little while ago, and we were just kind of waiting for that. You guys were waiting for that good moment for you guys to be comfortable enough to share the information with everybody. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Couldn't be happier for you. Obviously, the past year or so has kind of felt like you were down and being kicked one too many times, but things like this change your life, and I think it might, and in a lot of ways, it could be a catalyst for some amazing things to happen.
I did see, I was looking at your daily night ritual scrolling through TikTok, but I was looking at TikTok and, this guy was talking about his life and, way in a worse way than my life is right now. He was working at Walmart. He found out his son was coming and was on the way. Like young African-American guy. I think I sent it to you, Mike. But he was working at Walmart, came in with a positive attitude, showed up to work every day early, showed up on time, did his job, and eventually started moving up because he started, showing initiative. He was a really good guy, a really humble guy. Next thing you know, this man has like $17.2 million. Because he worked his way up and he put his money in a certain situation. But he said when he had his child, that's what pushed him to get into a certain mindset of like, I want things to be more well off. And now I'm starting to see a lot of those things where like that happens. A lot of people say your child comes in and changes your life, and sometimes they say I came down and I chose you because you needed me right now. And I feel like for me, that's definitely a big push. If I can't do it for myself, I can't do it for Ashley. I definitely would want to do it for them. You know, if the podcast took off, clothing line, if something took off, I would love to, pass it down to them and say, yo, this is ours. You are the boss, but you got to show me you're going to be the boss. So like generational wealth or something like that would definitely be amazing. But it's definitely going to push me in the right direction. I definitely can see that.
Absolutely, man. Super cool. With that being said, everybody sit tight. We'll be right back with the details of the episode. More stuff to come. Quick little message from our sponsor.
Oh, what was nice. I did have an idea for another. I couldn't remember what the other ad break was, but whatever. I don't know. I might redo our Twitter.
Wait, you want to swap out the Twitter one?
No, there was like I don't know if I was dreaming about it or something, but there was another ad that I was thinking of, but I don't know if it was because I was like, maybe we can get a sponsor with this. I don't remember, but I probably will redo the Twitter one because I'm going to do the Twitter, the YouTube, and the TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's a good idea. Cool.
But
all right.
You can bring us back in if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to hit your wings first? Though, do you want me to introduce you and talk wings, and then we can debate a little bit about this
sure.
cheat code recipe for mac and cheese?
Definitely do that.
Billy sent this to me on TikTok, and I tried it, and it's fire. I'm not saying it's the best it could ever be, but in a pinch, it's very, very good.
We can definitely talk about it.
All right, yeah, we'll talk wings. All right, so you count me in.
All right, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everybody. As you know, if you've been a long-time listener of the show, occasionally we like to step into what we like to call the King's Kitchen, talk a little bit about some food that we are excited about, or maybe some recipes that we have found recently that we are loving. And so recently, I know that Dave was grilling up some wings. So let us in on what your go-to recipe, how you do it, what's included. Wings. Let's go.
I will let you know, guys. Especially people who know you're a homeowner, or if you moved out of your house, you're not living with your mom anymore. You can think you can cook. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't cook. It takes a little bit, to figure out what's going on. I love cooking. I love watching cooking channels. I love watching different things. I definitely have a memory of me and my mom watching the Food Network, and I've always been intrigued. But we found this nice wing recipe. But we usually do it the same way, but we added a couple different spices in it. Definitely for the sauce, you had to heat it up. But I'm gonna give you guys the play-by-play pretty much. We're gonna take it, one step at a time. But of course, you get the wings. You cut them either if you get the wings as a full wing, or if you get the drumsticks and whatever else like that and the flats. You put them in a bag. You get some olive oil, and then you get some pepper. Some salt. That's all they say you should use, but I'm gonna give you some more. I of course put some onion powder in there to give it a little bit of sweetness, because onion powder, honestly, I put that in everything because I love it. And then I put a little cayenne pepper in there, give it a little heat, not too much, just a little bit. And then I let that marinate in the fridge for a little bit. I did it for like an hour or two, I would say, and then we take it out. Instead of putting the chicken on the grill grates, I put tinfoil over them. Just so that way they can get, cooked evenly, and, it's not burning and sticking to the grate. My grill sucks, so if anybody out there has a grill that sucks, I love it. But sometimes the charcoal doesn't burn equally. So you do that. I put the sauce on the grill. So what goes into the sauce is hot sauce, brown sugar, honey, and then you put some butter in there, and just a splash of the Worcestershire sauce if you want, or soy sauce. We do that just a little bit, not too much because it's very salty. And then you just put that on the grill halfway through when the wings are done, so that way it's getting nice and thick, and that way you can coat it in there. Personally, I put half of them in the sauce while it's cooking. Or if you want, you can just take the sauce out and you can toss them in the sauce, which a lot of people do. I like cooking them with the sauce a little bit, and then I take them out and toss them. Just so that way it's evenly distributed with the heat and everything else like that. But they were slamming. They were definitely slamming. And then, of course, you can just eat them out the bowl. I particularly like to eat them out the bowl because the sauce is in the bowl, and then you can just dip it in everything. But, of course, we had some sides on there. But other than that, the wings were slamming. They were called the hot and honey wings. I definitely recommend them if you guys are out there grilling. I would not recommend putting the sauce on the wings and then putting them on the grill because they're going to burn. So you got to make sure you do it the other way. But those are the Graves wings, if you will.
Dude, that's awesome. That sounds so good. I actually wings on the grill have to admit are some of my favorite style of wings.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of restaurants these days will just like deep fry their wings. You almost never find like a fire cooked wing anymore, or like a grilled wing. It's always deep fried wings or double deep fried wings. Extra crunchy and usually very like soft and juicy on the inside, but it's a fried wing. You know, it's just a little.
Yeah.
It's just a little different, like,
yeah.
And so like that's how you can tell when you go out. And it's like if it's overly crispy and the inside's super juicy, that it's definitely a fried wing. But there's something to be said about the grilled wing. Like I don't know if it's just how the heat eventually moves through the the wing itself to cook not just the outside and then incubate the inside. It just kind of cooks all the way through.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the slight flavor of either like the propane or the charcoal that you're using that just adds a little bit of extra something to the wing. But for me, I kind of like a slightly like crispier wing, like a more well done. So sometimes I will just put my wings on the straight grill and get a little bit of burn marks, get those nice lines cooked into them.
I
but kind of
just try the tinfoil and let me, because I'm telling you, it gets the even crisp.
in terms of like cleanliness and easy to clean and get off, I can agree that probably using the tinfoil would be a better way to do it.
I'll have to make it for him. But Mike, I will say I agree with you, because now that I've made wings on the grill, we go out and get wings like when we go to like PJs or whatever. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not.
It's different.
Yeah,
they're all deep fried. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just easier for them, I guess, on a larger scale to get those wings in and out of the kitchen to deep fry them. Now, wings are a phenomenal side dish, appetizer, main meal. But I have an idea for this, or not really an idea, but I've discovered something recently with a common side dish that I know we all love close to our hearts, and that is mac and cheese.
Yep.
I know David feels very strongly about mac and cheese. We've had debates on Discord late at night about mac and cheese.
Listen, yep.
But so I was recently sent a TikTok by our buddy Billy about like a cheat code hack way to make mac and cheese. And now maybe this is how a lot of you make mac and cheese, but up until like I guess there's two ways to make mac and cheese. First and foremost, there's the way you do it from scratch, where you actually cook your noodles, you make your cheese sauce, you pour the cheese sauce on top of the noodles, and maybe you pour some extra cheese on top and you cook it in the oven. Like absolutely chef's kiss, good way to make mac and cheese if you have the time to do it. Now, the other side of the coin is if you're going to go buy the box mac and cheese, right? And so this cheat code recipe that he sent me, it was a TikTok, is all about how to make mac and cheese out of a box, but make it so it's almost like it wasn't out of a box. So it kind of elevates it a little bit, kind of disguises it a little bit with a little extra flavor. And this is how you're going to do it, right? Because when you typically think of like the Kraft mac and cheese, you know, you got to boil the water, you got to put the pasta in there. Once the pasta's cooked, you got to drain it, and you got to add your milk, butter, and cheese packet and mix it all together and call it a day. But with this recipe, they actually advise that you use an open like skillet instead of like a pot, and then you pour the dry macaroni into the skillet. And then you put water into the skillet just above the mac and cheese. So like some of the pieces of mac will be poking out slightly. And then you also put in then you look at how much butter you're supposed to put in, and you put that in immediately into the water, into the uncooked macaroni. And then you also add the cheese packet. So you're basically adding everything in all at once. And then you cook it. And then you set it to high, so it basically you're going to boil off all of the water. And while you do that, the water is going to blend with the butter and the cheese, and it's going to actually like absorb into the mac itself. So it's not just cooked mac with cheese on it. It'll be the mac that's like already been cooked with the cheese water, and then the water just evaporates and just leaves the gooey cheese. But the recipe that TikTok has sent it a step further and actually has you add in extra cheese, maybe a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and then you cook it until it starts to get crispy on the bottom. Once it gets the cheese starts really cooking down, it's no longer like sloppy mac and cheese. It gets thick, and you're cooking around to get a little bit of burns edges on it, and then you serve it like that. And oh man, it gives you that oven baked mac and cheese feel, obviously on a budget and in significantly half the time. I don't know if you think this is like an absolute, hypocrisy of me to even think about making mac and cheese this way. Trust me, I love the homemade style. But talk to me, man. What do you think about this cheat code of a way to use a box mac and
I
cheese?
think I did see. I think I saw that one, and I don't know if Billy sent it to me or not. But it was some black guy narrating it, which was hilarious. But it looked good. I'm gonna be honest, and like I told Billy, this is his chance. If you want to make the mac and cheese or whoever wants to make it, we are having my cookout, just celebrating, life, for having a child and everything else like that. But people are coming over, they're bringing dishes, bring the mac and cheese, bring the stuffing. It does sound good. I will say that it does sound good. I'ma just have to try it because it does sound good. But if somebody brought that over, especially if you're throwing some onion powder and some garlic powder in there, it's definitely gonna bring it out there. Especially getting the crisp. I do like the crisp on the mac and cheese. That,
oh yeah, a little
that,
bit
that
of
sounds
burnt
good.
cheese in there. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
That definitely sounds good to me. But guys, before you guys need to turn us off because you need to go get some food, we'll get into some other topics here. But we recently got the code to the Back for Blood beta. Personally, me and Mike have talked about a lot of this stuff where we don't, we like playing betas, but we don't want to run it into the ground because we want to wait till the game comes out, so we don't kill the hype or try and mess up the whole idea of the game or the story of the game. But we did play it. We played one game. It does come back this weekend. You guys will be listening to this Thursday morning. So if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check their website. Should be up there. It'll probably be Friday to Monday again. Or if you watch a streamer on Twitch, they drop codes. Just keep an eye out for that, so that way you can try it. But Mike, I just want to hear your initial thoughts on the game because you got to play the beta twice now. Because you played it not a while back, and then you got to play it again with us. If I'm
Right.
thinking about that right. Yeah. So let me know.
Yeah. So, what I did was I played the original alpha test. So even before the beta was a thing, about this time last year, the alpha test went live, and a buddy of mine sent me a code to get invited into it. Again, it was a very limited alpha test. I think it was only a couple days long, which is kind of exactly what happened with the beta test this time around. And again, exactly what you said. Like, the first time I played it, I think I only played for an hour because I only wanted to like taste the first couple campaign levels because I realized very quickly this was going to be the kind of game that you're going to play from probably like beginning to the end just to see how far you can get with a crew. And I didn't want to spoil too much of it. And then so that was the first time I played it, and the second time we played it, I'll definitely say that there were significantly less bugs. The game felt like it was playing a lot smoother. They have a card system in this game for like how perks work, and it helps. It basically makes every new level like has a new procedurally generated modifier attached to it. And then when you complete a level, you get to pick a new modifier to add to your character to improve or increase the quality of what you can do, whether it's increasing your stamina by 20% or your reload speed, or maybe if you're low on health, you have a higher probability of getting critical hits or something like that. So I mean, I think that's cool. It's reminiscent of like the Blood Web sort of in Dead by Daylight, where like the more you play your character, the more you can unlock, and whatever you unlock is actually your choice, depending on where you want to go with it. But this is just randomly generated, kind of like a slot machine of just like, these are the cards you can pick from, pick one, and build your like character deck is kind of how they but by no means is it like a card building game. It's just kind of their interpretation of a like a perk tree that's a little more customizable and still has an aspect of randomly generated possibilities. But overall, like, I think the game's great. We played actually with a bunch of us played. We had a full squad running. Our buddy Kev, who is a hardcore, or at least has been a hardcore Warzone player, didn't really understand, the friendly fire problem with this game, and he was kind of running ahead, hip firing like an SMG, and just clipping all of us in the head and taking us down. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I couldn't tell it was you." And so, I mean, honestly, like when you put your cursor across somebody, the cursor kind of goes green or whatever to kind of tell you that this is a friendly, don't shoot this. But maybe that's just also something that maybe a lot of people had an issue with in the beta, and maybe that was because what I liked really really well about this beta, which I'm not sure if I've participated in another beta that did this, but after both the alpha test and the beta test, and once you're done playing the game, no matter if you return back and turn it off again, it always sends you to a quick quiz to like survey you on your experience through the game, with some open text response answers, as well as multiple choice to some things that you liked, disliked. So I really liked that you're guaranteeing your voice being heard after playing the game every single time. But other than one big glitch that I experienced while me and David were playing, where I'm like standing on top of like a shipping container, and I just suddenly like stepped forwards really quickly, and I just fell through the ceiling of it and was 100% trapped inside of a zone of this containment container, like a shipping container, and I couldn't get out. And I just had to bounce around, jump around, and shoot my gun a bunch like a crazy person until eventually I glitched again through the sidewall and popped back out into a playable area. So obviously let them know in the survey about that, but it's a fun game. Like the waves of zombies that come after you. I know each playthrough they are slightly different. There are different things that can be different in each episode. I could definitely see myself. This is like I'm not sure how much I'm going to be into like the PvP side of this, but like in terms of just the general campaign, I could definitely see like, hey guys, we got nothing else to do. Let's play a scary game. Let's all hop into Back for Blood and run the campaign, see how far we can get. I definitely, and I love that, there's like, you get like 1 or 2 lives. Like once you die permanently, you can get like a, try again, at least once or twice more. It's not like permadeath. Unless you go past those lives. But yeah, I mean that's kind of like me in a mouthful about what I kind of thought of it. But David, this was your first jump into Back for Blood. So what were your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I would say it definitely took me back to the Left 4 Dead games. I definitely got the feel for it and everything else like that. Like Mike said, it's definitely a game where we could hop in and play anytime, and it's not like this is a game where I'm like, I'm probably not gonna grind it, but it's a fun game. The story mode seems fun. I'm always looking to see how they progress the game as far as end game with DLCs, or as far as if we're bringing in more characters, is there going to be like special events that happen, like this zombie pops up and you guys have to kill this to get this certain card, like how are they going to further the story, how are they going to make it more interesting every time we go back in. But the gun system seems amazing. And like Mike said, the friendly fire aspect of it is still hilarious because you tactical, FPS shooter people out there who are so used to not having to, watch people. This is getting you used to watching it because it's just like in real life where, if we're in a zombie apocalypse, you got to watch where you're shooting.
Yeah.
I personally cannot wait for this game to come out. There's a whole bunch of other games that are coming out, but games that are like that is definitely that, and also the day before, which is going to be fun. But Back for Blood, the team, they did a great job. They definitely brought back the feels, and the zombies are hilarious. And shooting the crows and having the hordes come at you is even more funny because you think you can handle what's going on until you see everything come out of the ground and come get you. But honestly, that was my thoughts on the beta. I'm happy we got the code. Maybe we'll check it out again this weekend. We'll see. But Back for Blood team, thank you. And thank you for giving us some codes and letting people play it.
Absolutely. Now, I know myself and David here, and maybe many of you out there listening as well, are fans of anime or even the written mangas of any type. But regardless, specifically speaking about anime, if you know anime, you know Funimation, you're going to know Crunchyroll as 2 really large names in the anime world, and as far as where you would go to get your anime. Obviously, you can get it also on Netflix or some Hulu and stuff like that. But recently, one of the biggest buyouts that has taken place, Sony, right, who owns Funimation, recently bought out Crunchyroll. And I think in the article on IGN was stating that they're trying to build an anime empire. David, talk to us.
Honestly, like it's always been an anime war between a lot of the big, streaming services. Like right now, HBO Max has Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys have checked that out, personally, I really do like that show. It's a really good show. But Funimation and Crunchyroll is where everyone goes to watch anime. So my big question would be: are they going to make a whole new streaming network and name it something else, or are they just going to inquire it into Funimation? Or are they going to keep them separate? Personally, I think they'll probably merge the two and make it one big thing, so that way anybody can come in there. And I honestly think it'll probably take over the anime space because everything is going to be on there. Crunchyroll has this Crunchyroll exclusives, like God of High School. Forgive me if that's not the name, but I'm pretty sure that is the name. And then Funimation has this stuff on there, just like everything else, like My Hero Academia, etc., etc. So I think this is good for us as anime lovers. We get to go to one place and we don't have to split it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy because it was 175 billion, and it was an acquisition, like Mike said. And I that's a lot of money, and it's been going on for a long time, is what they said. So I'm happy it's happening. I can't wait to watch some more anime. I've kind of gone dry on the anime well right now since I finished Jujutsu, but I'm excited. I'm excited, guys.
No doubt.
Other than that, we do have some more TV shows coming up, guys. And if you're a Marvel fan, you know what's coming. You know what is coming. Marvel's What If. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, no spoilers here. We're not. You watch the other episodes if you want to look for spoilers for Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. I'm pretty sure I put them in the title, so you can just click right on it. It's right there. But a lot of this has to deal with what if certain things didn't happen? What if things did happen, such as T'Challa, who is Black Panther. What if he got picked up by the Ravengers, which is who's in Guardians of the Galaxy, who's Star-Lord is a part of? What if that happens? What if Spider-Man gets Doctor Strange's cloak? That cloak of levitation. So there's gonna be what if Peggy Carter became Captain America? There's a whole lot of different things. I'm excited for it. I've seen some of the comic books. Mike, how do you feel about this show? Are you interested? Do you think you'll wait until everything comes out, or are you gonna watch it weekly like we've been watching these shows? Let me know what you're thinking.
This might be like the most perfect show for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because like I don't have a huge like affinity for any specific superhero, maybe other than Spider-Man. I am partial to Spider-Man, but so it's like I'm not too like concerned about what's canon, what isn't canon, because for me, if it's got the superhero in it, it counts, like it or whatever. And now with the whole introduction of like the multiverse, like effectively with the culmination of what happened in Loki, anything is possible. So like the fact that it's almost too perfect that it comes out shortly after Loki, because these all of these universes that where Spider-Man isn't the Spider-Man we all know, right? Like he has Doctor Strange's cloak or whatever, or even Spider-Man became Iron Man or something. I don't even know, like, right? So there's so many things that could be anything, right? Because this is all obviously like the characters themselves exist, but they end up intertwined with other plot lines as if it happened to them. And so I think that's a very interesting place for someone like myself who maybe doesn't know everything too closely, because it allows me to fully experience the what if, instead of being like, well, it wouldn't happen that way because of this, this, and this. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that, like, because I don't it's not that I don't care, it's I just don't know I don't know enough to have the biases. So yeah, I think it'll be. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it religiously, unless it becomes something that like David watches the first episode and he's like, Mike's drop everything, go go watch this show now, and it's like, okay, like that's a good enough recommendation. But I think I'll see it eventually. It looks really good. I like the art. I like the animation style. It's like a kind of like a cell shaded 3D mocap-ish style animation. But yeah, definitely something pretty cool. Marvel's What If coming soon.
I definitely think it's I definitely think it's something you can watch weekly, or you can watch it once it all comes out. Personally, I've been used to binging stuff, so I usually try and watch everything right when I see it. But I think with this one, I'll definitely be watching it here and there. Guys, like we said before, we got the TikTok, we got the YouTube Shorts. Please pay attention on there. I might be doing like episode reviews if I deem it necessary. I'm not going to be out here doing like every episode like this happened in this episode or that happened in that episode, or like, because there's certain things that are important, there's certain things that aren't important, news that we get here and there. So, I might drop you like a 3-minute video real quick, real short, or a minute. It'll be on our shorts, and that's what will happen. So it's definitely going to be interesting. I can't wait. It's been a while since Loki's been done, so I'm ready for something else to hop back. But guys, once again, stick with us, and we'll be right back after our Twitter shout out. All right, I wrote all that down, so we got it.
Nice.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
I wonder if it won't be dropping tonight. It'll probably drop tomorrow morning.
So bring us back in from this, and just give the announcement, like, guys, we love to do respond to your listener questions in this segment here, but we actually didn't receive any this week. So be sure to send yours over to @PodHumble or whatever, but then toss over to me so we can take this quiz and see what happens.
Gotcha. All right.
And I sent the link is there if you want to follow along.
Okay.
Maybe if you want to select something different, and then we can see if we differ or anything like that.
Yeah, we could definitely go through it. That'd be fun. That's definitely a fun thing at the end. All right. Now we'll bring us back in. And perfect. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, guys. Once again, we are getting to the end of the show, but we still love you guys. There's definitely other episodes. If you have questions and you want us to answer them, please go to PodHumble on Twitter. But also, like we said, we have the YouTube, we have the TikTok coming up. If we see some interesting things in the comments there that are questions, maybe we'll write those down and we'll bring them to you. So anywhere, we'll take it. We'll definitely see it. We'll definitely try and get to it and ask some questions. Especially moving forward, once we start getting to the holiday times, we could use a lot more questions. But we got something fun today. I'm kind of excited for it, Mike. Let the viewers know what we're doing.
Yes, I mean, as we usually do, we love to answer some questions here at this section of the show. But instead, I just went on to the good old Google and typed in some things, and I found the Ultimate Gamer Quiz. It's 14 questions. It's provided by Beano.com. So we're gonna take this and just see kind of where we sit. David's got it open. I've got it open. I'll read the questions. And then we're gonna kind of maybe talk about what answer we're gonna pick. Maybe it's up and down questions. Maybe it's either you know it or you don't. So let's just see what happens.
And if you guys are at home and if you want to take the quiz too, that's BEANO.com. And then we'll see how you guys differ to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't beating the Humble Thread boys. I'm letting you know right now. All right,
but this one's called the Ultimate Gamer Quiz. So the first question is a picture of Luigi, and it says, "What is Luigi's favorite food? Sausages and mash, pizza, cheese toasty, or roast beef?" I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm gonna say he's Italian, so I want to say pizza. Not to my Italian people. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just trying to decipher this. Okay, it makes sense.
I don't know why sausages and mash is pulling my direction, but I think I'm gonna log in pizza as well. All right. Question number 2. When was the PlayStation 5 released? January 2020, June 2020, November 2020, or January 2021? Again, I have no idea. I know it was super recent, and I know for the longest time people couldn't get a hold of it. If I had to put, if this was the question that I had to answer, the biggest question, I don't know. My gamer brain is telling me June 2020. That's what I'm gonna lock in, and I'm ready to move past that.
I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna follow you on that one because
you're gonna follow me.
I'm trying to think about when people started getting it, but they've been out for so long, and people just haven't been able to get it. So I'm gonna go with it. June 2020.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Next question. What was the first commercially successful video game? And the answers are Pong, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Bros, or Shaq Fu.
Man, this is a little rough, guys. If you're taking this at home, you better not be Googling no questions.
Commercially successful. I mean, it's either. I feel like it has to be Super Mario Bros or Pong. I don't know what the Shaq Fu game is.
Underestimating the Shaq Fu one because
I've never heard. Right, it could be like
it was around the time when he launched Kazam or whatever that movie was. So I think it
I
was
don't know.
around that time. I did recently see something about that and how successful
Commercial,
that game was.
commercially successful video
I
game.
I'm just I don't. It would. I'm gonna say this. TVs were around with Pong, obviously. Was there a commercial for Pong? I
Think yeah.
don't remember.
Let's think marketing, right? What would be more marketable? And in my opinion, the most marketable thing on here is either going to be Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario Bros. I might have to go Super Mario Bros. I think that's like the baited answer.
I'm going with Shaq Fu. I'm gonna go with
All right,
Shaq Fu.
that's fair. All right, that's fair.
All right,
Fair.
we'll do that.
All right, next question. What is the best-selling video game of all time? Now, I don't remember. I don't know the date on this quiz, so this might not be correct currently.
Mm-hmm.
But as of this quiz, which is going to be a bit of a troubleshoot, it's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2, FIFA 18, Minecraft, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
I'm saying Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. Like, honestly, Minecraft never really caught me that much, but it's definitely such, like, it's just such there in the gaming zeitgeist. Like, you can't not think of, like, gaming and miss Minecraft. But all right, how about what inspired games maker Satoshi Tajiri to create Pokemon? And it says the answers are a dream, butterflies, an old TV show, his mum.
I might say his mom because I feel like I've seen this somewhere, and I feel like that was something that was because I think his mom is based off of Ash's mom.
Maybe.
Sure. So I'm gonna go with his mom.
All right, I'm gonna go with a dream. I'm not certain. Next picture is. So for the listeners out there, you won't be able to see this one unless you're playing along. But it says, "What is the name of this character?" It is a character that it has a kind of like a white cowling, a blue shirt with a black belt, little gold belt buckle, big red circular fists, and that's the best I could do to describe this little guy.
Ball antenna, pretty much. But you guys know who it's. If you looked at this, you know. Come on now.
Yeah. The answer is definitely Bomberman.
It's Bomberman. We're not even gonna read the other things. Come on, man.
Okay, so coming up, number 7 out of 14. What is a frag? Now my first answer was it's a grenade, but I don't see that as an option here. So we have the number of things you have killed in a game is a frag, FRAG, a cheat code, a French bag, a burrowing marsupial that lives in the South Australian outback and feeds on grubs, rocks, and dice. Frag.
None of this really converts to our slang because, like, if we're saying you're fragging right now, that means you're actually going in, like you're killing a lot of people. Maybe I'm gonna go with number 1 because that's what
the number of things that you've killed in a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
I feel like I have to follow you on that one because I honestly don't know. I've never called a frag as a cheat code or anything like that. I mean, a hack maybe, but not a frag. And why would it be a French bag? That's just hilarious. All right. Next question. What is the biggest selling video game of all time? Minecraft, Roblox, FIFA, The Sims.
That's kind of tough. It could be
biggest selling.
It could be Sims.
It could be. Although Minecraft, if Minecraft was like the most, like people spend money on Minecraft, right? Like you got that's not like a. It's not like
it was free not too long ago, but you had to buy it to play it when it first came out.
The biggest selling. I don't know why my brain's telling me to go Sims.
Because Sims has been around a long time.
Predates Minecraft, certainly.
I'm gonna go with Sims with you. I'm going in.
All right.
Unless you change it.
What is the armored vehicle in Halo called? Y'all already know it's a Warthog, but the answers were Sir Kill-A-Lot, Bashor, Rocksteady, and Warthog. But yeah, it's a Warthog.
God.
Absolutely. Moving on. What was Sonic the Hedgehog's original name? Was it Fast Blue Hedgehog, Colin the Hedgehog, Mr. Needlemouse, or Steven?
Wow, that's a deep cut. I watched the Sonic TV show and everything when I was a kid. I played a lot of Sonic. I loved Sonic. Granted, I still love Sonic. I might buy it on Switch today, to be honest with you. That's my stress reliever. But guys, I'm gonna let you know right now. Let's jump. Let's come out of here, and I'm gonna talk straight to you, the viewer. I wasn't that great in high school. Okay, so my guessing power is very high. So I'm just gonna try and discern here what we think. So ride with me, Mike. Ride with me really quick.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fast blue hedgehog.
Yeah.
Now
it's on the it's like there. Wildly on the nose. It's like it's
Colin the hedgehog. I think we got to get that one out of here. That one's got to go. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Mr. Needle Mouse makes a little bit of sense because of Mr. Egghead. So maybe they're just trying to go with something with the misters.
Maybe.
Steven, I'm just gonna have to say that's gotta go too.
Yeah, we're ripping Steven out. So it's either gonna be Fast Blue Hedgehog or Mr. Needle Mouse. How about you go Fast Blue Hedgehog, I'll go Mr. Needle Mouse, and then we'll just call it for what it is.
We'll see what happens.
All right, deal. Next question, moving along. This is 11 out of 14, getting there. What is the name of Ratchet's killer robot friend?
Mike, you know this, right?
Absolutely. But for the listener out there, the answers are Bungo, Bonk, Clunk, or Clank. The answer, of course, is Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
That was my game.
Question number 12. UK's version of FIFA 2001 were on a smell the pitch, scratch and sniff disc. True or false?
I'm going to say it was false.
That's buck wild if that's true.
I had a lot of friends who played FIFA, and I ain't heard nothing about that.
Yo, just come over here and scratch my disc. Like,
smell like Ronaldo.
Smell my I want that to be true so badly, but I might have to hit false.
My mind's gonna be blown if that's true.
I'm clicking true just because I exist in a world where commercialism knows no bounds.
This is true.
All right, next question. What is the fictional language in The Sims? Is it Simian? Is it Simlish? Is it Somali? Is it Cemento?
I will say Mike is doing a great job reading these guys, so please give him applause in your car. We have a lot of friends who play Sims, but I have no idea. I want to say Simian.
I don't know why, but I'm a little partial to either Cemento or Somali. Simali.
I'm going with Simlish dragging me.
Simlish, just I don't know. Cemento, Somal. Yeah, we're going that one. All right, next question. How many PlayStation 4 consoles have been sold? This is a bit of a guess. So it's going to be 5 million, 56 million, 62.5 million, or over 102 million consoles of PlayStation 4. What's your? This is a guess and a half. So what do you think, man? It's like my heart's telling me the over 102 million just because of how successful the console is. But but
it depends on what year this is, though. So that's what I'm
saying. Oh, very true.
But
they were this is obviously either a 2020 or 2021 survey because there was a question about the PS5. So this is a PS4. How many have been sold? I guess as of 2021. I kind of want to split the difference. Maybe go 62.5 mil.
62.5 mil is calling me, so I might click that one. My guessing powers are pulling me there.
Got it.
Oh, wow. Did you click it? Did you click one?
I did. Hold on. Something is not loading here.
Oh, God. I got my answers. Guys, while Mike's trying to figure out what's going on the last answer...
I must have missed one. Hold on, let me go back up. There we go.
Oh, man. What'd you get?